pivoting a little bit to the topic of dating, and I know I saw something that you had posted about the morality of dating and
Hmm.
how you had actually utilized ChatGPT to come
Hmm.
up with responses uh, towards women through text messages, I'm assuming. And I was wondering if you could kind of go into what you think about the landscape of dating today, especially with this rise in artificial intelligence.
In terms of morality, when I say there is no morality in dating, that's not a pass for you to go out and hurt people and break the law. Obviously, the law is what sets the morality in any country, right? Don't That's stupid. You don't want to go to jail for something stupid, right? What I mean is that don't go with the expectation that everyone's playing by the same rules, right? You're meeting a stranger, and I think a lot of guys need to understand that you are meeting a stranger. You don't know if she's married. You don't know if her husband's looking for her and you're on a date. You don't know if she's hiding an incurable STD from you. You don't know if she's even looks like her pictures. You don't know her intentions. You don't know anything about her. This is something that a lot of guys they go in thinking it's something about women and then they get let down and then they go on the internet and say, "Oh, women are bad." I'm like, if you approach it from a hey, you're meeting a stranger with you don't know their morals, their attitude against something, then you'll have a more relaxed kind of view of dating because you don't have any expectations of them being these perfect angels that just like women are not infallible. They make mistakes. They they can be bad too, and just like men can be bad. So most men and most women are good, but when it comes to dating, a lot of women aren't on the same morality that you are. So that's where that comes from. In terms of the chat GBT stuff, um the instance when I used it first, it was with a software programmer. And when we were talking, it was one of those instances where she didn't know what she wanted, um, or she wanted to leave the relationship that we had. It was more like casual, but with a chance for monogamy if we were down for it. But when women are leaving your life, they they want an excuse to make it your fault. They don't want to be like, hey, this is all about me. I'm not good enough for you. They want you to be the asshole sometimes. And as a guy who's experienced with women, you pick up on that, right? Through your patterns, they don't see you as much, they don't text you back as much, blah blah, right? So eventually, um, I started noticing that she started using like very different language when she was texting me. And I was like, this is interesting. This sounds like chat GBT kind of like generated message, right? I'm not stupid. So I'm like, let me just do it back to see if she picks up on it. And she did it. And that was some really good research right there. I prompted ChatGPT to use kind of like therapeutic language, understanding language, and all that stuff in order to talk to a woman. And while she was probably using it, I used it back and it didn't register to her. Why is that? It's very interesting. Um, and it opens up this new world of understanding women and how they communicate, right? And it's essentially you're talking to them how they wish their loving ex-boyfriends would have talked to them. You're giving them that kind of dopamine. I don't know, maybe it's dopamine in order to get that understanding that they have always wanted from the men that they care about. And it may be seen as moral or not moral, but the ultimate thing people when they date have to realize is that morality is for the person that it benefits, right? Women, sometimes we can't even fathom the amount of deception and manipulation that they do to the point where we will go our whole lives in a relationship with a woman without knowing her true intentions, right? But I'm okay with that. But society will have to come to an understanding. that just like the ending of Batman Begins, where Commissioner Gordon is explaining to Batman, hey, uh, the reason Joker exists is because of escalation. It's not because it was one crazy person that came out of nowhere. Like we started using that we use guns. They started using guns. We use the body armor. Then they started using body piercing uh bullets, and then we had to upgrade our. You have to use tanks, and now that we have tanks, they have the Joker, right? So this is just it's inevitable, right? When women have this much power in the dating market, men are always going to find ways around it. The smart men, the more Machiavellian men are always going to find ways around it. And this isn't even that big a deal, right? If I am dating a girl that kind of um it's kind of obvious that we're not serious, right? And she sends me a block text. Why can't I take that block text, copy and paste into ChatGPT and ask it to be more succinct or to sum up this? Why can't I do that? Oh, well, you didn't read the whole text. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I think women are discovering that in order for them to get the best out of men, they have to commit to us because only men at some point will be like, hey, I love this woman. Let me be better. And they don't like that, right? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, ladies, but you are single because you choose to be. And part of being single is that you're going to have to share men, whether you like it or not. Um, you're going to have to deal with this kind of Machiavellianism in men that you like. And you're going to understand too that there is no comeuppance, right? Men that do these things still can end up happy, just like women who do crazy things still end up happy and married. And we have to kind of take out the morality side of dating in order to go forward because there is no checks and balances anymore besides the law, right? Obviously, there's a court of public opinion, but most people aren't online. Most people don't are not public people. Most people are just private people with their own lives. But other than that, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. It's just there really is no morality in dating, just the law. Just follow the law.